And hello there, this is DrIzixs with the March 2020 update video. Oh, golly, this has been a month. Seems like the world's coming to an end, it feels like. But I will say that we are going to get through this. We are going to manage to survive this pandemic, and we are going to kick so much ass when this is all over and done with that we're going to be like, that sucked, but now we're going to do some good on the world. And I hope we all remember that at the end of the day here. And we all come together and help each other out in the meantime and do what we can to reach out and support your friends. I know we're not supposed to be like going to each other physically, but, go out on the internet and try to catch up with people you haven't talked to very much for a while. I've been doing a bit of that myself, catching up with some old friends. Not everybody yet, but sort of making a slow round. It's like, who haven't I talked to in a while? So if you get the opportunity and the time, I'd recommend doing some of that. And maybe you'll find, you can reignite some old friendships that, have kind of fallen by the wayside for the last while here. I know it's a little ridiculous to have something like this, be what prompts us to do this. But hey, this is an opportunity. Might as well take it, right, guys? But I am confident that we're all going to do our best to make sure everybody's safe and do what we can to make sure we all are able to come through this all right. I know it's going to be a lot of pain for a lot of people. And if you can help people in other ways and you have the opportunity and availability for it, please do. I'm trying to avoid saying the name of the virus because I hear that can mess up with videos showing up and such due to them trying to clamp down on misinformation and all that. Because, YouTube is kind of terrible about spreading bad information. And yeah, it's about time they decided to stand up a little bit more. I just wish they were better at doing it. Anyway, so as far as what I've been up to, I've been doing a lot of writing, of course. I've been working on Watchers of Tomorrow with Gepwin. It's going pretty well. I've been playing a bit of Minecraft, a little bit each day to work on that iron farm, building and prep and things like that. Now that project's kind of coming to an end, I'm going to probably work on something a little bit more architecturally interesting instead of mechanically together like that. This probably means I'll be focusing more on the actual builds as opposed to monologuing nearly as much, but I'll still have things to talk about. I got plenty to talk about. Don't worry about that. I'm also starting the script for the next Grand Strategy of Politics video. Presently I'm having it be about, all right, so now that the primaries are kind of winding down, depending on how you look at it, how do you actually win them? Because there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of argument, there's a lot of different things that have been tried by various campaigns this season, and sort of we're getting to the point where we can sort of look back and see what was effective, what was not effective, and sort of talk about how each one plays well into the mechanics of the system as it exists. And as you probably guess, I'm not one of those conspiracy theory folks that are like, oh, the DNC is rigging things. No, I think that's complete bullshit, honestly. The Democratic primaries are the most small D Democratic primaries for president that the U.S. has at the moment. They could be better, and I will at some point put together a video that will be sort of laying out what I would suggest to make them better. But that's what we got right now, and they're not terrible. They are confusing, though, and then that confusion is part of the reasons I want to do this next video, is to help alleviate some of the confusion about the process, because sometimes even the campaigns don't understand the process, and that kind of, makes it hard for them to get places or win anything at all, which, a good number of them didn't go anywhere, so... so it's one of the things I want to sort of work at there to help relieve confusion a bit and to sort of demonstrate that, there are ways to win the nomination that doesn't, that no matter how much some, folks in, the quote, the establishment might be, they are powerless to resist you. Yeah. So yeah, I'm starting to work on that at this point. As I said, I'm doing some writing, putting out query letters. So if any people watching this is a literary agent at like a legit agency and things like that, and you are interested in sci-fi, sort of adult-centric, not like erotic, but like for more mature audiences, because there's lots of politics and technical stuff going on, and it's definitely not for like geared towards younger audiences. It's I got a novel I've been trying to pitch for a while, and doing some more query letters. But yeah, if you happen to fit that description, go ahead and give me a poke. There's various ways you can track me down. Anywho, that's that's going on. I guess I could talk a little bit about how people I know are sort of getting through things here. Some of my family members are able to stay home, but not all of them are. Some of them have various levels of essential or I need to get my bills paid sort of going on. That they happen to live in states that aren't going into full lockdown, and so they're like, well, I guess I can still keep making money even though it's still kind of risky to go out and do the thing. So, but we all have to make our own decisions, and I would still recommend that if they can afford it to not do that. The same with everybody else. It's going to be really hard, as far as people's paychecks and stuff for a while. I do appreciate the folks in the Senate finally getting off their asses and putting together an aid package with the House there to get get some money to people. I don't think it's going to be enough, and I fear a lot of it's going to the wrong places. We don't really need to bail out the corporations again, guys. The TARP was taking on the risk without taking on the benefit as well for having things resurge there. And we're basically, the Republicans are very, very eager to do that again, but worse. So we'll see how that goes. But still, there's some good stuff there, and there's a lot of various folks trying to take credit for the good stuff. I'm not going to play into the propaganda one way or the other on that side because it has been sort of a team effort. But there might be some relief there. But again, I fear it's not going to be enough. So do take care of yourself. And once again, if you can help other people, even just a little bit to make their lives easier through this period, please do so. What else going on? I guess that's most of the big stuff here. I'd once again like to thank Styx Renegade for supporting me on Patreon. You are awesome. If you want to support me, other folks on Patreon, I also get, I'll be making sure to, I got the link at the bottom of most of my videos, and I'll make sure to do it on the bottom of this one as well. At least I hope I do. Or no. But other than that, just stay safe. If you can stay inside, please do. Avoid getting sick. If you do get sick, do try to avoid people that are not sick, and good luck, everybody. I'm pulling for you because we're all in this together. All right. I know that's kind of still in the red-green quote there, but it's true. And I hope you're going to be joining me in trying to be kind to folks and trying to make this world less crappy for everybody. Because really, at the end of the day, sometimes that's all we can really do is try to relieve the suffering a bit and try to do the right thing. All right. So that's all I got for this month. It's not, other than everything happening in the world, I don't got a whole lot going on. So other than the same old. I have been thinking about, any new games I want to try to throw up at this point. I'll actually get back to streaming Queen's Wish again. I need to get back to where I was before I died because I forgot to save. But I'll be getting that, and I'll probably put this audio up over some footage of a Venom 6, which I've been poking at recently. It's of the Venom series. It came out at a weird time where I kind of didn't have a lot of time to play games like this. So I never actually got around to finishing it. So I've been trying to finish it recently. It's a fun game, old school top-down RPG. It's pretty fun. If that's your thing. I know it's not everybody's thing. That's fine. But I hope you guys all have a good good safe time here, and I'll be back with more videos soon, all right? Toodles. Woohoo!